Good evening, everyone. We heartily welcome you to Prajasetu's webinar, where we are talking on electoral literacy this month, which is Bharat Electoral Literacy Fest. We warmly welcome Ms Madhumita Gomathinayagam, our guest of honor for today's evening. Today's theme that is breaking barriers, increasing participation of transgender persons in the electoral process of our country. Thank you so much, Madhumita ma'am, for coming. I would introduce her to all of you here. Madhumita Gomathinayagam. She is India's first transgender HR professional. She holds a rich professional experience of over 20 years in the professional arena. She is an independent social worker who strives for the welfare of persons from the transgender section and persons with disabilities and all the other verticals of the society. She is dearly famous among youth, students, and all other verticals of the society for her works. She holds a rich academic profile with 16 postgraduate degrees, 9 postgraduate diplomas, 2 undergraduates, 32 certifications, and 1 research program. I am inspired by the plethora of academic certifications she holds. She is indeed an inspiration to all of us. Not only academics, her works and activism in the society is remarkable. She is also the receiver of various prestigious awards, which showcases her welfare and service to the society. To name a few, she is the awardee of Women Leadership Award, International Social Hero Award, Global Icon of Motivation Award, Working Women Achievers Award, Lifesaver Award, Vocational Excellence Award, Equality Award, Changemaker Award, Star of Hope Award, Best Educationalist Award, Humanitarian Award, Champion of Deeds Award, Child Empowerment Award, Empowered Women Award, Empowerment Award, Environmentalist Award, Best Volunteer Award, Meritorious Award, Inspiring Women Award, Transgender Achiever Award, Good Samaritan Award, Yoga Ratna Award, Champions of Earth Award, Social Sculptor Award, Phoenix Award, Multifaceted Personality Award, Green Warrior Award, Periyar Award, Dream Hero of Kalam Award, Best Social Activist Award, Seva Ratna Award, Abdul Kalam Award, Savitri Phule Award, Helping Heart Award, Mother Teresa Award, Best Social Service Award, Ariva Kalanjiam Award, Sirapin Sigaram Award, Udaipin Sigaram Award, Makkal Taragai Award, Avayar uh, Avayar Award, Samutira Kumari Award, Charity Award, Karma Virangane Award, Kala Saligam Award, Ariva Manmai Ariva Mamani Award, Inclusion Champion, Golden Women Award, Sevai Semmal Award, Philanthropist Award, Torch Bearer Award, Corona Crusader Award, COVID Warrior Award, and selected as one amongst 100 youth of Chennai. This is exceptional and extraordinary for her. And we are so proud and inspired and humbled to have her here with all of us in this arena at Prajasetu. Thank you so much, Madhumita ma'am, for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Having so much achieved, she's so humble. That is one virtue that I would always pick up from her and would love to learn more and more each day. Thank you for inspiring all of us, ma'am. So, since you know that we are speaking on a core topic, selecting elections and the electoral process and participation in India. So, with this, I and this organization aims to involve every single vertical, every single community of this nation, which together comes up and builds this nation. We all together come and identify and give the identity of this nation as citizens. So when this is there, leaving a particular section out in the electoral process, it's not right or it is not fair. So I would like you to talk and enlighten us on the experiences and struggles for acquiring a voter ID card as a transgender person.
Yes. So basically, trans gender people, inclusive of trans men and trans women like us, and intersex, of course, the major chunk of challenge could be their gender identity. Unlike the hetero men and women, the challenge lies there. So when they get transited, when they are out, when they are confident to let them out their gender identity to the public, to the family, to the organization which they work, or the education institution, school, college, or whatever institution they pursue, when they work and when they out to the community, society, then the problem starts. And most of them in our community, especially in cosmopolitan or metro, inclusive of it, will have a little bit of safety security, where they might be in the same district, city, where some sort of comfort and safety can be there. But think about people, young people from other districts, the non-metro cities, village panchayat, down the lane, far away from metros. Their lives are very, very worse. So the inclusiveness prevailing in those districts are not as metro. So they need to migrate from their village. Sometimes they are all threatened by their own family members, relatives, community people, caste community people, religion community people. So they're all thrown out of their own uh, motherland. Their own soil has thrown them out. So they started migrating where they don't know. Sometimes they pick up the documents and come, sometimes they don't have it. So creating the document is all time a issue for all the trans person, including intersex. So getting identity itself is a challenge, and getting the documents aligned with the documents for their ID proof or address proof even more becomes cumbersome. So if the documentation itself is cumbersome, getting into the identity process at this point of time, or in the yester years, it's been always a challenge for them. But there are communities, there are community-based organization or NGOs, even district collectorates have been very inclusive of late, after the 2015 laws and other empowered states and empowered governments start picking up. But then the challenge remains same, because it is not external, it's internal. It's with the challenge lies with them. 2 decades before, when we were into it, then we face it's dual. It's a social challenge as well as the individual challenge. Of late the youngsters come, it's individual challenge, because everything is lost, they need to recreate it, because already there is an existing voter roll there, voter list there. Then they need to bifurcate, cancel it, and take it forward. Family sometimes cancel, family don't sometimes cancel. There are families which will say the person don't even exist. It was, the gender was so, discriminated inside the homes or the relatives, by the community. They said like, no person exists as such. They have 2 sons, they say like, I have only 1 son. Yeah, because only reason they have been trans, they have declared, they've been open out, or they've been identified by the community as trans. So again the challenge starts with the documentation creation, ID proof creation from themselves, and then having your own ID proof and address proof, and then getting into your voter roll. They have a camp. At the camp, most of the time it has not been inclusive, though they say that you also can come. When they come, they have a list of priorities, documentation to ask. Partly people are not even aware of it. One day they can't able to create it. It happens on a working day, and they say, when you then you know now, then you come after the next camp will be organized. People, it's not like all transgender community in India are highly educated or highly media conscious or social media conscious, or get aligned with CBOs and NGOs. No, there are village, there are remote areas where they don't even access for all these facilities, available social facilities. Then the being aware of the next camp is also not being done. So there starts a problem. Getting a rented home, rented stay is again another challenge, where the address proof become a problem. So they need to have a static place to comfortable, safe place to stay, so that the address proof is being generated. So then comes the electoral list where your the enumeration starts. Then they say like, yeah, this person is a trans person and they are staying here. Then the enumeration starts. Else it's all dynamic. People say it's all digitalized, it's digital India, we can able to make a lot of change. No, you, when you're completely with all the documentation, then the process is easy. But this process is tough. Even I personally tried making everything through online and uploading all my guesses, changed pan, previous pan, current pan, previous Aadhaar and everything. But then it is not. They simply come to camp. Come to camp. The teacher, that most of them are teachers. Very few election commissioner officers, very few officials per site. Even in metro like Chennai, then they're not even aware of it. Then they ask them, they said like, okay, now you know all these things, come. Then they say come to office, come to the election office, and there also you can able to say. And they go there, then they say there will be a camp, we'll call you back. Keep watching news. How many people are conscious about reading newspaper or listening to complete news? How many NGOs can able to be aware and have a list of people who are really passionate about getting their voters ID card? So these are all the list of bunch of challenges, which it is internal, more of internal. We can't say it's outside, because outside there is always a board, there is always a digital phenomenon, there is always a list of officials waiting to do this inclusive organization. Election Commission of India is very diversified and very inclusive, appreciating that. The problem is the practical problem of the hetero structure is really non-compatible for a trans person to get themselves included humbly. And it is their own problem. But there can be a holistic solution where election commission, if they really want to think, really, if they could able to create a committee before the electoral list get finalist, say assuming to 2024, the election commissioner of India says by December it will be completed, January it will be publicized. Think really truly every state election commissioner of that particular respective states is being consultant. Have they created a committees which is inclusive of all gender, uh, persons with disabilities and other minority communities, and they say yes, we are all already, all our people are being provided voters ID card, we are all ready, and all are being included, at least known encircled or associate people are ready. No, it is not that. So the people who are not associated, who can be backtracked, who can be left over, are still left over in that meeting or the conviction process. So the system itself is not compatible. The current system is not compatible for people to take it forward. They need to be inclusive. It's not like posters, it's not advertisements, it's not a fancy ad which comes. No, it's not going to be that. It's not promos with celebrities, but it is with people, not at mass, at more of micro, at more of nano levels. They need to percolate to ensure whatever community, whatever gender community, whatever caste community, whatever religious minority, whatever financial status they are, whatever religious, whatever regional status they are, every Indian citizen, irrespective of any differences, needs to have an opportunity to cast their vote, to elect their own candidates who can do goodness for their community and society, and by large to the whole Bharat.
I totally agree, ma'am, because um, being a student political science and completely engaging in studies and updating knowledge, I think we should have more institutions inside the government offices, for example, like collectorates and panchayat office, municipal corporation is very dedicated to help the process of getting the certificates made. Because when a person identifies, individual identifies himself or herself as a trans man or a woman, the complete identity has to be changed, right? From name, from everything has to be changed. One thing I think remains unchanged is the date of birth. Other thing, everything has to be.
Change.
So it is high time, because according to the 2011 census, it is the population which is registered. calculated for transgender persons is 4.88 million, which 88 billion, which is not less. It is in nowhere less. So something very, of course there are acts that support, of course there are acts that empower, there are bills, everything that has come up after a lot of struggle. And India is a country which is one of the forerunners in identifying and giving identity to transgender persons. But there are lacks which only when we talk and get it to the notice of the authorities will they be able to come up with something. I think this talk will be one of the important key points that they can consider.
Correct.
So having
Even the numbers,
institutions,
even
offices.
the,
Yes, ma'am. Please
yeah,
go
even
ahead.
the numbers which is as per the census 2011 is completely to be outdated, out fashioned, obsolete, because 15 the law comes into action when the bill was passed, 14, so that time onwards the agitation starts, the hope starts, the ray of hope starts. 15 the laws there, law is out there, then people, there are a lot of people started coming out. So the coming out is the crux actually. The point is coming out. So coming out means there is a huge population waiting for you in every jilla, panchayat level, districts, remote areas, villages. All needs to be included, including the other survey needs to be quickly before election. Government thinks anything can able to be happening, so they should do it so that the population. I expect that count of like the 4 plus lakhs is very less. It definitely will be more. It will be 10 times, tenfold times bigger than that. When the communities who are out, I'm saying completely transition, medically legal and everything, there are other big junk, say 65 percentage still hidden in some other gender identity, unable to come out due to their personal factors, risk, life, career, family, uh, social pressures, community threats and everything. But even the 35 percentage coming out itself will be huge, I'm saying. Then there is a mass people left out. Yeah.
Exactly. What you're saying is 100%, more than 100% acceptable and important, frankly, very vital. Because I think today in 2023, we are standing at a stage where, gender bias should not exist, frankly. It should not exist, but it is still there. We cannot negate the reality. But I think we should voice out, and we have to think beyond all this, because only after thinking, going beyond certain thoughts of gender inequality and identity and all these things, will we together as a nation be able to grow multifold. Because after 75 years of independence, and if we are able to achieve this, and in the coming 25 years it is very promising. I think all these things has to be left behind forever, and think on the best possible ways of, when we're talking inclusivity, we should also be able to implement it. Practice what you preach. Preaching is easy. Are people practicing? I don't know. I'm sure you know better than what I know. It's very meager. So we can propose to the authorities that there should be offices at all the levels in the government, like right from panchayat, zilla, municipal corporation to collectorate, facilitating this certification, changes or amendments, whatever has to be made at individual level, helping persons to get it done hassle free. Because as you said, not everybody is very technologically savvy or highly educated to come up and talk. And also we do have NGOs operating, we do have government supporting everything, but that should be very open and welcoming, so that they also feel psychologically safe to come and do it. So this is one proposal that we should definitely keep to the authorities. So likewise, going forward with this, when you said the number is going to be huge when the counting comes up, let me ask you a question. What is the value of one vote according to you?
What is the value of
One vote according to you.
one? There are huge number of instances which we can able to see at parliament election, especially the fight oriented state election, and the literally ruthless thrashes killing in the local body elections. One vote makes entire stuff difference. You can able to create, you can able to really make a hero comes into picture by one vote. There are a lot of times when that there is a demand for recounting. The one vote made a lot of difference. It's a change. It's more of like 5 years and more, depends upon the civil bodies. So the 5 years, one is going to rule you, one is going to represent you, one is going to be a member who can able to represent your own community. He's going to voice out your needs, emotion, to the big large audience, or an organized crowd which is going to administer your own soil. One vote makes huge difference. One vote, lot of people have failed, a lot of good people have lost the battle. One vote is really matters. The last person who stands in the hotel queue, where behind the last police officer will stand, the voting, the checklist, the queue is over, and he said, close the door. No, the last person. Sometimes you could be able to see in India, still there are companies, who still there are organizations, especially in villages, housemaid people who get permission from their landlord, house owners. They said, like, Amma, I need to come go and vote, can you give me half an hour permission? 1 hour permission. She'll go, she'll come to, she'll no, not even get an auto on that day. She'll run here and there with some ID proof. Phone is also banned, right? She'll come all the way and stack. Can I enter inside? Can I go to still live? Is it? It's almost like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. The police will like, go inside. You know, that that matters. And the huge polling, the first, in the morning itself, there are few people who will come and I should be my vote should be the first vote. The crazy people, like first day first show kind of stuff. And the last one who really passionately comes all the way, maybe aged, maybe deceased, the person. Even there are COVID time we experience, the last 1 hour is exclusively left over for COVID patient, severe chronic COVID patients from Rajiv Gandhi, Dr. Rajiv Gandhi Medical Hospital, all the way from Chennai. They traveled along with their own complete, protective gadgets, and then they wore everything. They came in ambulance and then they voted. Think, every vote matters. No one is sure. Even the doctor is on threat, that person might exist tomorrow or not. A severe, complete, chronic COVID patient, the lungs is completely devastated. Still, he wants to vote. In the dying situation, the patient wants to vote. That's the power of one vote.
You know why did I ask this question? If one vote is so powerful, let's only stick to the numbers that the government has till today.
Correct.
4.8 billion. It's not a joke,
Correct.
because it is 4.8 billion one votes.
Exactly. Correct.
Right. That is the reason why I asked this question, because everything starts with one,
One.
and then the number becomes huge and big and humongous. So when there is so much emphasis for one vote, one voter to, how are we so, I don't even have a particular word to tell. What is the audacity that we are holding to neglect a larger population, a big number?
Correct.
I will talk as a citizen. I'm not asking this question to the government. I am no one to ask that. I am asking as a citizen to a fellow citizen. What is the audacity that you're holding to neglect a population who is a human being like you and me, who is just the same blood and muscle and tissue like you and me? That's it. Just because gender identity is a problem? No. Right. So one vote, one person, one individual, every single thing matters.
Correct.
And through this electoral literacy fest, my aim is to get this to the right place, let this voice amplify, because someday India as a nation should reach 100% voter turnout. It has to be 100%. Whatever is the population in the census, whoever is at the voting age, 18, you have to turn out to vote. So that is my aim. And one step towards it is very appreciable, is what I do.
Exactly.
We'll take this forward. I'll just quickly give some data. to support what you and me are talking. So, according to the 2019 Lok Sabha polls sense data, out of 542 constituencies, keeping all this in mind, so the complete voter turnout percentage was 67.11% approximately. And after when you said the judgment, Supreme Court judgment after 2014, and that was a landmark judgment, and it did give hope to n number of people belonging to the transgender community, to calling transgender persons, and they also said that they can identify themselves with the Election Commission of India. Okay, so this is a huge leap of faith that we have got legally. And with that, around in 2014 there were around 28,314 third gender, as registered with the Election Commission of India, exactly on the same year, in the same timeline, 2014-15. And then Election Commission of India has been trying to always promote transgender participation in it right from 1994. So it's not something that has happened recently. So 1994, and then it reiterated again in 2009, and then again 2014 was the benchmark judgment when it came, and today is 2023. And the population, as we said, is somewhere approximately, according to the census that we have, is around 4.8889 lakhs, according to 2011 census. So with all this data and the timeline and everything happening, why there is such less voting turnout, even with people who have voter ID card?
Uh,
With this, I will also club one more question to make it easy for you. With this, I would like and urge and request you to share your experience while exercising your votes.
sure. This journey of this from 1994 to 2024, now going to step in another few months. So this 20-year journey is a beautiful journey actually. So everywhere, even in fact before the judgment, before the Supreme Court verdict, before the Parliament bill enacted in Lok Sabha, because it came via MP brother Shiva through Rajya Sabha via Lok Sabha. It's ulta for us. So it's all struggle we had. So those two are little bit big landmark. But before that, there was in Tamil Nadu, where that's always been a welfare state of India, very people conscious. The 90-year-old chief minister could be able to be so inclusive, irrespective of their political ideologies and political differences and beliefs. That a 90-year-old gentleman can able to think so inclusive, and then he proposed the Election Commission of India. At that time, Dr. Sheshan was there, so there was also a lot of writ being filed, and then the justice of the judicial message of High Court was also very inclusive. All made will make this time special, and then that time itself, before law, before the gender identity comes, transgender being provided with ID cards, voter ID cards, 1994 itself. They all voted. I will show. It was a big show actually. Old pictures in black and white newspapers. You could be able to see a lot of people voted actually, and they were so happy. The first time the community is on by them, their own themselves, they came out and then they voted. That then that's the inclusiveness which people needs to have it. That story started, the electoral story of trans started from there actually. And if you're able to see in trans community, they are very aware in beyond the normal janata crowd, who don't know even who's going to contest. They will vote for their parties. They said like, we need to vote for this party. Who's the candidate, they don't know. What is the background of the candidate, they are not even aware of it. They just vote for the party. I'm going to vote for this party and going to vote the party. Where I've been into my transgender community discussion, they'll ask, hey, who is standing that, who is that gentleman, what he did for it, tell me. Maybe 8 standard, maybe 10 standard qualified, but the questions are so valid. They think, because they want their representative of that particular it can be a Lok Sabha, or it can be the state legislative assembly, or it can be the corporation of Greater Chennai. They want their voices to be out. They want them, that gentleman or a woman, to think in their lanes. they want them to hear out. So there are a lot of connectivity between that, because there are a lot of stuff states needs to do, so they know the person. And off late you could be able to see there are proposals given by the CBOs, transgender activist, to the electoral um, as a mandate. They say add it in the mandate. So that kind of awareness trans people have, they tell these are all the stuffs we are expecting itself. That's how the transition happened throughout these time. And they're also aware when which party comes, then who is on the chair, who can able to make changes, they're also aware of it. So this much awareness trans vote, but still it is the, is it 100% transgender people on the people who are on the enrollment has voted? No, because there are at times in India those people are not being respected, that their voices are not being heard. No one has come and spoke with them, called them up to understand what they really want. So the social needs and community needs are not being met. So that hatred will be there, their anger will be there. So that could be the major reason for downtrodden minority communities in India. Many communities, many religious community. I'm talking about minority percent of all the communities. So that the major, the hatred, what's going to, what they are going to make. So that attitude is always there. And there are at times there are people who are, again I said, it's migrated crowd. There are, they might be in a place A today, might be due to the risk, threat, life threat and everything. There may a transgender person who is in Jharkhand may be chopped off by those rowdies, will come to Chhattisgarh. So it's a completely entirely different paradigm shift for them. So the it is no more the Jharkhand card who they can able to vote in Chhattisgarh. So it is entirely different. So the whole system, that's what I say, think inclusive. Your whole design, your whole voting design needs to be changed now. Saying one India, one India means one India, one election means all needs to have, all micro nano small people community needs to have this opportunity to vote. So the card needs to be that kind of pan India, wherever am I need to take it forward and vote. So those kind of awareness also needs to get promoted, and system also needs to change, and it needs to percolate to the end person. So the migration crowd still are there, and there are changes in the card, changes in the electoral. When they say they will remove the place, again when they come back, that they don't even exist there, they remove it. When they remove it, they have not even thought where to put it, where they have gone. So that is not there. So these kind of practical difficulties are there in trans communities. That the major cause, in spite of aware that the election is there, they definitely the so-called the 50% crowd who normally goes for begging can't go for begging or sex work on that day. There again, their food is on stake on that day. Still they are aware, but then they are unable to vote because their previous location only has that ID card. They've been thrown out, they don't even have ID cards. So how do we make this kind of more this digitalized phenomenon can able to help them to get back quickly their ID card, so that they can vote anywhere? Jharkhand Vasi can able to vote in Chhattisgarh also with their own identity. So this kind of user friendliness of card, the one nation one election, definitely needs to include all these stuffs into mind before they declare mass. Work at micro, right, work at nano levels, so that you can able to really understand what the people needs to participate. People only can able to decide, people can able to analyze, people can able to think, people are thinking, so that they can able to get a better person, not the best person, a better person who can able to speak out, voice out the real needs of the community. And all the social initiatives, all the government initiatives can be really useful and really targeted on the needy. That the focus on needy is missing. It's just roll it out. No, it's not, no more roll it out. Every penny matters, every rupee matters, every budget matters. Everything is people's money, every rupee is people's money. So you need to have, make it more inclusive. That so these kind of the migrated the mass migration, the hatred towards the uh, persons who are on the chair who has not done anything for them. These are all the reasons. There are people who passionately go and vote, especially I've seen in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, where they first they also say like, morning I'll ready to go. I will prepare all my pattu pudavai and nagai and everything ready so that we'll all will make up and then be there 7 o'clock sharp or 6:50 itself sharp. Hey, we also needs to be, and then they will show their hands and the media will cover everything. We voted first. So these kind of stuffs are all coming off late with a lot of passion. Why? What has motivated them to behave in this fashion? Move. They become inclusive. Why the vote is more important? Because they felt the then government or their own passionate governments, when they come into picture, they can able to create positive change in their lives. That triggers them, that awakens them, that awakes them in the early morning. In spite of your rain, shine, cold weather, they go cast their first vote, proudly put their social medias, we have voted, have you? So these kind of jargons are all started coming in trans community. So these are all things has happened, then there is a change. I'll share my own story where that when during the transition period I had only one, so the physical appearance on that time is different and the documents are all different. So I don't know which counter I should go and vote. The policeman. I thought I like go to male itself, less impact specific rather than going female and then being thrown out. So men is little bit inclusive. Others the police vehicle also can understand. Then I said like then that policeman said no, no, don't come here, go there. Get to arrest only for male. I can went to female, and then that lady presiding officer was staring at me and said like, what do you want? I said like, what has been offered here? This is a voting camp, so I've just come booth to all to vote. What ID proof you have? I said like, these are all the stuff. Then you again go to male identity and vote. They said no, this is not possible. It's only for male. Again, been bombarded here. I just waited for nearly 1 hour. It was almost like verge of like 5 o'clock or something like that, and the rolling officers came. The election commission officers came, and then they were investigating what is going to happen. That's what the inclusiveness is there in offices. There is no neglection. There is no second thought about it. But how to implement it lacked in their training actually. Then they said, kindly wait, you are doing your voting. Kindly wait. I said, how, sir? I've been bombarded 4 times here and there. I've been waiting. I've not even been provided a seat to sit. I'm just standing, though there are seats available. I'm just standing the last 1 hour to vote, cast my vote. I'm just standing. I have all the documents. The documents, my physical appearance doesn't match. So I'm just standing. I believe I can vote. He said, you'll vote. Just stand, and the whole process got over. I said like, process still got over. The doors were, gates were shut, and police cops were completely like blocked all the inside or outside entries. Then they were verified, and then that officer ensured me to cast their vote. They had a special permission, write it, the current and everything, and they said now you can vote. So he intruded and made me vote. Then, because see this, the root cause of the problem, there is a chance to vote in spite of all your physical appearances and all the possible documents, legal documents you have. The problem is the inclusivity and the training. The presiding officers and the polling officers, four numbers, all needs to be properly trained on how to handle transgender people, what documents they might have or they might not have, but what possible can be done in either booth, they can able to vote. The same female polling station, they had a separate, they had one more separate form where they asked me to sign, and they put a transgender, the name and the possible the second name, and then they signed it, he sealed it, and then I voted. So these miracles definitely can happen, though where the system is so rigid. In spite of it, your thought is so inclusive, you can able to do it. If I've given, if I not believed the system, then I would have come home with lot of anger. I wouldn't have not even gone to voting booth after so many elections. But I went, so that that part of passion to vote is inside us. We want to be participated in that whole, the greatest democracy, world largest democracy. We are a part of it. We are all completely motivated. We really want to be a part of it. We want to select the best person to rule us. Yes, we want it. We want to our voices to be heard. We made all the attempts, but sometimes the system is so rigid, it will make you so dumb. But you should not give up. You should never give up. You should fight. You should ask. You should ask very politely. You should spend time. You should request. You should do all sort of possible initiatives so that the doors, the closed doors, the adamant closed doors will open, and all will participate. And that the doors are open, there are other people or who are there, invisible people or who are there, all will come. That is the major count of say another 40% who was not voted on trans. All the 40 will come, because that 40 also has the card. They have undergone all the challenges to get that card. Their the name list have their names. The 40 needs to come. The 60 all voted and charmed. But the first person goes inside all in the challenge needs to say, no, no, don't give up. We need to vote. We are a part of the system. We will select our Prajapati. We will do it. Yes. So that needs to be there, then all can vote. The same applies to all the gender communities or the religious communities, micro communities and everything. There are sometimes where there are people who are the tribal people who are in up the hills, rain, shine, forest, rivers, right, all will be there. The before itself they take on elephants, donkeys, horses and everything. The impossible is being possible there. This impossible also can be possible because it is visible, it is known, structured, aware. Those impossible are possible. This is also visible inside you, next door to you, and readily available for you to vote. This also can be done. All are possible by the greatest election commission of India, subject to they little bit listen to us. Keep one trans person in your executive committee to think inclusive, not only for themselves but by and large for every other persons. When a trans woman is safe, the women is safe. A trans man is safe, men is safe. Yes.
100% correct, ma'am. It just came from your heart and it touched everybody's hearts here. Because the statements that you gave, the words that you uttered have has come from your own experience. It is not something that you're pulling from the air and putting it. You have uh, been through every single experience. You have taken the heat, protected your people, by standing there, taking the heat, and then also inspiring and motivating people, to come and vote. It's not only, you're not talking only for the trans community, you're talking for everyone as a whole. That is the beauty of inclusivity. you know I think people should, at least at this stage, in this era, should open up and be accepting of everyone as, fellow human beings. That is what counts more than, having a gender identity and other things. Because if I am hurt and I am on the road lying, I need blood, I will not see whether this is a man's blood or woman's blood or a trans woman's blood. It is a blood that matches my blood. That's it. So we are all fellow human beings, and this is the time we have to break the barriers of gender and work towards nation building, so that if India has come 75 years this large, it is our responsibility to shoulder it for the coming next years. Because we are living in this soil, taking every possible thing from this nation. The nation is protecting us, giving us land to stay, giving us food to eat, an identity to boast of, calling us Indians. It is giving all. What are we giving back to the country? Just be fellow human beings, be kind, be accepting of each other, and understand each other's problem. That's what I, as a person, would love to register here. And likewise, going forward with our very enchanting talk that we are having now. So my next question to you is on, what can we as citizens do to ensure 100% voting of all the sections of the society? Now we have already broken the barrier. It's not, a woman or a trans woman or any other gender identity. What, as citizens of India, we are all one when it comes to citizens of India. What can we as citizens do to ensure 100% voter turnouts?
Diwali is a 1 day function or a 2 day function or a 3 day function, depends upon the state you are. But then
Yes.
the planning goes 1 month before. There is something called a Diwali bonus planned by the
Yeah.
corporate. There are something the downtrodden communities who used to put that the cheat and all. They used to save a little bit of money in some cheating, the cheat processes. Used to deposit some money and then they'll wait for all the crackers will come, sweet food come. It is a year-long process. For next year Diwali, the layman who earns daily bread goes for the chit company and then save little bit of money, 100 rupees, informal, maybe indigenous also. They said like you will get this money full for Diwali where you can buy new clothes, but we will provide you sweets and crackers, everything free of cost, and your money also will handsome money with lot of interest you will get. So Diwali is planned 1 year before, right? So, and what color dress need to be chosen, what accessories I need to wear, where we need to celebrate our Diwali, in my city home or go to my granny's home, mother's home, mother-in-law's home, with my friends, my communities, where I should go get a bus, book it 3 months before, book a train, three railway railways is open 3 months before for Diwali, right? That much planning and pro planning are there, right, for a single day function. Yeah, and that concept of Diwali evoluted ages before, right? Still we give so importance for a festival of 1 day. This is the national festival again. Election is also a festival. You need to plan. You need to plan. Election commission gives India definitely a 45 to 50 days before the election has been declared, with a lot of structures. Everyone knows the dates, right? Prepare for yourself. This is also a democratic festival of India, the largest democracy in the world, unstunning population wise. Also, we are the number one today, beating China a few months before. We stand proud. The world's largest population as the ruling democracy, the people ruling people, truly ruling people are us. So the democratic festival, they include the irrespective of religion, caste, gender, blah blah blah, all we all join together and celebrate to uh, elect a person who can able to rule us. Is it not important? And that festival is Diwali festival impacted you for 1 day with fun and frolic. Maybe the joy goes to 1 or 2 days. That's it. You'll forget it. That's it. And this festival is going to impact you for 5 years. Think who is going to rule you, who is going to entirely change the entire spectrum of your job opportunities, tax, landscape, opportunities, threats, risk, industrial progress, economy, instability, ratios, everything. This single man or the group of people, the group of ministers who are all also the common man elected by us only, through directly through Lok Sabha or through elected people from Lok Sabha to Raj Sabha, right? All our people directly or indirectly been elected. Uh, all individual people can able to change everything. They can levy a lot of tax or they can hold the tax as they are a status quo, or they can include reduce the tax, includes the slab of tax. Everything directly impacts us. 5 years, it's going to change the entire life. Is this not the biggest festival? Should we not plan, pre-plan, pro-plan, whatever you call it? Celebrate it. You celebrate, you feel the celebration of it, then you will start prepare of it. Indians are, we are not today born country, or we are not, few hundreds of years born country like US. No, we are not. We are 5,000 year old, big, a part of this universe. So we celebrate the globe. We are the rulers of the globe. So we need to prepare this for this. So every Indian needs to feel for it. How the labor says, amma, I'm going for my native, I'm going for Bihar, who's working in Chennai as a housemaid. She says, amma, I need a week or 10 days of leave. I already booked my ticket 3 months before. I'm going to Bihar for to celebrate my Diwali. I'll come after 10 days. How the house leader, the homemaker, is prepared for her 10 days absence. Similarly, we all needs to ensure that particular day our housemaid, our laborers, our drivers, our gardeners, our employees are provided leave, half day leave, permission, access, transport, safe transport, so that they can able to comfortably go and cast their vote. Everyone needs to think, even that particular housemaid who washes the dirty vessels in my home, also a human being and also a great citizen of this greatest nation, needs to vote. Her vote also matters. If she votes, might be certain fates can able to change, certain unfortune can become fortune. So they all needs to be hands hold and think that everyone is important in this affair. And we all can able to, how for Diwali we say what dress you are going to take. Hey, I went here, there is an offer in this, so in this particular online media, there is an offer going on there. If we when we grouply purchase these kind of discounts we can get. How much planning go for an accessories, right? Similarly for electoral we say, can we all join and book a cab and then we all can go celebrate and come back, right? Treat everyone that, ensure plan your travel and everything. It's rain shine everything, the gone are the previous years where political parties will pick up the grannies and then go to voting booth and then drop there. When they come, they want to come, they will they will not drop actually. So these kind of magics are done by politicians, so we can't rely on politicians. Rather, as a people, we take the responsibility, we take the accountability as individuals, as a responsible individuals, and we take, all the known person needs to talk about it. Who's the better candidate in your constituency? It is not a bad question or breaking the secrecy of who we are going to vote, which is nasty, which we should not do as a responsible citizens. Rare, we can always share who are all the better constituents and what they have did for themselves first, their new contestants, and if they are prior contestant, what they have did for the company. And we've already been into that as a member of that Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, or the state legislative assembly. Think what he has did for us. Debate. We used to debate a lot for a number of stuffs. Now you debate. For a cinema, we debate, right? Who was done, who's a good actor, which song is good, who's beautiful and all. You here also we need to have a nice brainstorming at micro levels, homes, clubs, friendship groups, who are all the better candidates and what they have did, and who's better among one among them. Have a cluster. Think for yourself. Don't stick on political parties. Rather stick on individuals who can able to make change. Elect them. Select them. Vote for them. That person can able to recreate real change for yourself. He can able to voice out, he or her can able to voice out our own views, not among the people, which is not going to create any impact. It is not the cry, it is the legislative assembly where you can be able to speak as a speaker, and then it gets recorded, and the ruling party will definitely respond to it. The respective MLA, the respective minister, or sometimes the chief ministers have opted in Tamil Nadu. That is a fashion. Every question, and normally MLA asks, the chief minister will stand and say, "Last 20 years, that's a culture." Anyone who answers questions, the chief minister himself or herself will stand and reply, and then give a commitment, we'll take it forward another 40 days, that will be implemented. She acts like an officer. Take that opportunity. Everything is goodness for people. Everything is good. Whatever we ask, all are good. But the voice, only if it is reflected in that legislative house, maybe a state or a nation, that makes more difference. Unless we keep like speaking among ourselves regret, it's not going to change anything. It's waste. Only one time Only in every 5 years we get this chance. Use it wisely, celebrate it, give the brain this homework, celebration. Brain is very interestingly, brain will do a lot of stuffs for us. So we should, rather than think it as a government's uh, initiative, think it as a celebration of India. Then the change happens, miracles happens. Yeah.
Like you said, everything lies in the mindset. Now we need to have a shift in the mindset, very, very importantly, because um, one of the motives of me conducting this electoral literacy is not only 100% voter turnout or participation, it's also to take informed decisions. Sit, talk, analyze, question the person, question the candidate, or what is he up to, why is he promising this, if he's promising this, what are the ways he's going to achieve it. Somebody says, I'm going to give this you for free for 5 years. How? What is the source for this? Where is the money he's getting all this from? Ultimately it should not be from the tax. So a lot of things, everything should be questioned, and then when you question, you come up to a proper decision, and then you cast your vote after taking wise decisions. So one of the intention is also this, and thank you for voicing out that, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So with this, now let's go forward. We spoke more from this side of casting the vote. Now let's go to that side of the table and talk on representation, because India is a very beautiful country, a very powerful nation, which also has a very, very powerful constitution, which says that you're right, you have a fundamental right to vote. Also, you have the right to represent, stand for elections, contest elections. So when it comes to representation, now we have a bill for women. It's a very, very powerful bill. I completely agree to it. But we should also talk about representation of all the communities, all the verticals, because I'm sure, see, everybody has the acumen to think for everybody. But how relatable it becomes is a very big question. When you talk about your journey and your stories, I will be able to first sympathize and then maybe empathize. But what if another person exactly who has had your experiences, the understanding quotient is complete, it's 100%. Here the process is a little longer, and sometimes there are chances of having a bias also. Like, um I don't need this, so why should I talk for this? There is a possibility. So when it comes to representation, I can definitely say that the representation of transgender persons is less. I wouldn't say no, not at all. It is less. See, 1998, we had Shabnam Bano, very famously and very dearly called Shabnam Masi from Madhya Pradesh. She
Correct.
contested, she was the MLA,
Correct.
okay, from Madhya Pradesh. So likewise, we have some examples, but I will definitely take some time to quote some here, so that it is their fight that they have reached this position, right? So in 2000, we had Kamla Jan, Mayor of Katni, Madhya Pradesh. 2001, we had Asha Devi, Mayor of Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh, East. 2009, Kamla Kinnar. She was also dearly called Kamla Bua, Mayor of Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. In 2015, Madhu Kinnar, Mayor of Raigad Municipal Corporation. And likewise in South India also, we have heard few names, but even that few counts a lot. One is Ananya Kumari Alex from Kerala, uh, and then Apsara Reddy and M. Radha from Mailapur, Chennai itself. So she contested for Lok Sabha 2019 and Legislative Assembly 2021. She contested. So we do have representatives from the transgender community, which we cannot negate. But when the question is this optimum? No, it is not enough. So my next question would be, what are the steps and measures that we should take to increase representation of candidates from the transgender persons community? What is the support needed to increase the representation in the political sphere? Ma'am, go ahead.
Yes. Basically, there is one trans woman called Bharati Kannamma, who has contested more than 20 times from Madurai constituency. She used to contest in all the elections. It can be Lok Sabha, it can be state legislative of Tamil Nadu, it can be local body, the mayor of Madurai corporation election, all election, whatever by election comes there, someone dies, there is a by election, all election she used to come. And the beauty is she used to dress in different forms. This time she comes in goddess Meenakshi costume, and then
Oh,
she came.
beautiful,
Every
beautiful.
time there is innovation that we need to
Nice.
appreciate. She's the catch of the eye of the media on that day. Every media will definitely catch this. So there is how passionate that lady. Just think of it. She should be like 60 plus, and she's been trying the last 20 plus times here. And of course, Apsara Reddy, my humble, my proud sister Apsara Reddy ji. In spite of all the challenges, odd and everything, she's always there, and she's a campaigner. Campaigner of the very powerful AIDMK party, and she's an official spokesman as well. And though she's not contesting, she used to go for campaigning ruthlessly, even rain, shine. Last year it was completely rain, flooded. She didn't stop. Nothing has stopped. People thought like, "Ma'am, can we postpone it? Can we cancel it?" She said, "Why should we cancel it? People will be waiting for it, right? No, no cancellation." How then the Chief Minister Dr. Jayalalitha Amma was there. She used to go in rain. Yeah, I will also go. So she went all the way, wetting her legs into, dust and muds, and she went beautiful campaigning, reach out to every people there, talking to them, taking their issues and everything. COVID also she did a lot when she explored that. So there's a lot of representation and everything is there. But then why the contestant quantity is less is the parties. Now we proudly says at least at micro levels, low local bodies we have a 33 percentage of representation of women, or this boost to 50. But how much years it take, how much decades it took, right? Starting from Indira Gandhi ji period concept, the proposal started now itself. So we have crossed 75 years to represent women here. That 33% bill to push off, and the local bodies 50% bill to be push off. Even the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Madam Dr. J. Jayalalitha, when before the nations was talking, annoying, they said what ladies are going to do. It's all another artificial, invisible hand of their own empowered men, home men, husbands are going to rule and everything. She said, "We will take it forward. It's okay, whatever they have it. We will roll it out." She's the first woman where it get rolled out for women. So the women representation made those minority communities, the gender minority communities, had that 50% before India even thought of it. It's been implemented. That's what they said. The state of Tamil Nadu kind of South Indian states are over empowered where they immediately implement. But where do we find those women leaders is the question. So that is what I said. It is not like one, as you rightly said, we are all one. We might have little bit differences in gender, caste, or our beliefs and everything, but we are all human. Blood is same, muscle is same, bone is same. So the representation of minority people will enable them to think. There are certain times that certain LGBT laws are being, not much favored by certain governments. Certain governments who ruled us, those leaders who are pro for it, they are for it. Then those kind of leaders attract these kind of common men to contest in the election, so that they believe that they can also can do a change. The individual needs to feel that they not vote and come, but take this as a career. Political leadership is a career. The political policy making is a noble job. It is not drainage. It's no more speaking of drainage. It is a fantastic noble profession like a doctor or a teacher. You can make change, a lot of change in people, in
Correct.
social development. So that leaders needs to attract, political political party leaders needs to attract. Of late, this recent five states election, which held even till yesterday, even Telangana represented, Samajwadi Party had their own transgender women candidate. All the way Mayawati ji could able to see the change. See, the women can able to easily understand and give their politics. I mean, of course, many Aam Aadmi had their own representation in the last elections. Yes, of course, all the leaders from Congress, they had been there. BJP also had it. So all the major parties, there are inclusive people inside that. But how much they can able to create a trust in their own people, that they can able to comfortably have it. And that there can be how the election booth in a lot of North Indian states, the election commissioner took initiatives for rainbow booth. Similarly, it not happened everywhere actually. Very few states they had a rainbow booth. So like rainbow booth, like how we have women candidature, exact location areas, we have caste representing representative areas. We also needs to have trans representative areas. We need to have gender. It's not like all the places we are asking. At least in one place, it can be there. Maybe in a metro or something like that, where their population at least or more, they can have. They can give a try. They can give a mock. At least one among the at 234 seats of Tamil Nadu, or the major 500 plus seats, one seats can be left over exclusively reserved for trans, so that one powerful trans women can able to go to that parliament, Lok Sabha, or through Rajya Sabha, or through the local bodies, and she can able to voice out, not for only for her, but speak for the common public. The public, she can able to be approachable. They don't have families. They don't need not loot. They need not get into corruption and save money for whom? For which generation they're going to save money? They don't have anyone except yours. As we transgenders, society is our family. All the communities are our relatives. We don't have a family. You are our family. Or you Indians are our family. You are our brothers and sisters. We don't have anyone. So we need not loot and keep anything. We don't have anything in our life much to concentrate. Rather, if those kind of people, dedicated people, given opportunities, comfortably, safely go and speak out for the masses. It is for everyone's safety, everyone's welfare. The true welfare state can be prepared, but it's all lies in the leaders. The leader needs to think. The ruling DMK government give a seat in the local body election, or a trans, she won. It is not only by ticket. It is not the party she won, but she had prepped her uh, for a very long time. She used to address local people's problems. She used to, when she walks, she asks, she address, she greets the whole streets. When someone is in trouble, she voluntarily go participate, solve their problems, and she has already been treated as a leader there. And there is a seat being offered by DMK. She won with a lot of a huge volume of votes. People was astonished. People were saying, how can she come and do it? It is previous government, the last government, ADMK government. On that time, she won. Winning in that particular time of the previous government, the opposite government winning, the government which has lost the battle two times. Two, 5 times they lost government. That party, DMK party's candidate, can able to win. How miracle it is! How people ruthlessly thought that their own leader needs to be the winner. No political parties can able to change it. No one can change her fate, because so strong, because she has evoluted. So the evolution of women, true stateship should be there, citizenship should be there, the attitude should be there. Trans also needs to originate. Now there are people who are voluntarily coming, and there will be a lot of people coming. Not only people are educating, they're going for careers, they're looking for people are being inclusive in the last decade. Gradually there are changes. You will feel the numbers going double, definitely from 2024. We're expecting good change in the government. So definitely things will change. Meanwhile, all these five state election also will speak out a lot of forthcoming forecasting of what is going to happen in the 2024. So definitely positive changes all are expecting. Leaders definitely needs to make sow the seeds of confidence so that all the minority communities comfortably can able to take it forward. It's not only for show. It is not only to say that how much women seats we have given, how much we also have transgender people inside. No, it is not that. It is truly selecting an inclusive person, like how I did, and I showed you a person from Tamil Nadu. That individual also needs to be empowered, else you will create a non-speaking person, a real not unrepresentative person, maybe with some gender. You put it there, they will just sit mum, come back. That's it, nothing is going to happen. The selection of a right person also is required. So one is self preparation, one is leadership, one is the opportunity available, one is there is a need, social need, they need to promote. So all inclusive, definitely will be definitely a lot of changes in the future. It will be double and triple in the future. I definitely have 100% hope on youth like you. They will bring change. Yes.
Thank you so much. The conversation has been so enchanting and enlightening. I would open this forum for a few minutes for the participants to ask if they have any questions or if they want to say something. They can definitely raise their hands. With that, I will allow them to unmute their mic and speak. Else, if you are not able to do it, you can please post your questions in the chat section or the question and answer section for Madam to answer it and
You can raise questions in Hindi also. I'm conversant in Hindi as well,
yes,
English or Tamil or whatever language. I'm trilingual linguistic. So
yes. So, ma'am, while we are expecting the questions to come, um, we have almost reached the final stage of our conversation. What is your message to the citizens, to the country?
uh, I'll say you can be a technologist, you can be a physician, you can be a nation building engineer, whatever profession you are, whatever financial status you are, whatever caste you belongs to, whatever faith in religion you are, or you don't have any faith, godly faith, whatever path you have come from, wherever regional specifications you have, whatever language you have been speaking, whatever nationality you have, it's all difference. But always be human and respect every human beings and think of welfare of each other. We are people. We are social animals. We have been inculcated in our DNA to live in groups. We are not isolated angels. No, we are humans. Angels can be isolated. We are humans. So we are all like, you know, we need to live in groups. We are living in groups. We are interdependent. We are shamelessly dependent in many ways by many affairs, definitely. So we need to respect each other. Every individual is a bunch of talent. Every individual has their own heart and their own brains. Everyone is intelligent on their own affairs. Everyone is street smart, might not have a lot of degrees, might not be financially rich, might not have a position, different. But everyone is really truly wanted. Everyone is needed. Think of their contributions, think of their best side, respect them. If you want to oppose, you want to hate their bad qualities. How Gandhiji says, you have uh, do you like I mean do you really do you hate Britishers? He said no, I love them. I said, you really don't know, you oppose. Then he said, like, no, I didn't oppose that. I dislike only their qualities, their initiatives, bad initiatives for Indians. But I have a lot of brothers, I love a lot of friends, and as Britishers, and I love them as a human beings, I love them. So that's a message we need to get from our father of our nation. Always say that's what the father of the nation says. The backbone of India is not metros, cosmos, it is village. So that zilla level, panchayat union level, they we need to bring a lot of changes. Gandhiji is a visionary. He had a vision not only for this particular century, but for all thousands of years to come. The great father had thought for everyone, all the religions, minorities. So we need to think as the father, so the child. So we need to think in line with our father, the great Mahatma, so that we truly love everyone's value people's values of humanity. That becomes a lot of change, that gives us a lot of hopes. It ends wars, it it avoids fights, it eradicates differences, it can able to overcome biased approach, it can able to stop discrimination, which break us, which bifurcate us, which throw us, which burn us, which destroy us. It happens to India, or in the current war situation or the last year war situation countries, superpowers, so-called superpower or originated superpowers, whomsoever it apply. Think if the humanity, think about the human values would have been thought inside, analyzed inside those kind of state leaders, the war could have been avoided. Amicable discussions, dialogues could have been created. Thousands of children has been killed in Gaza. This couldn't have been avoided. The children don't know where they live. They don't know the address. The children don't know their names. The children don't know their names of their fathers. The children don't know what religion they belongs to. The children don't know what caste they belongs to. Children don't know whether they belongs to Palestine or they belongs to Israel. The children don't know what is the name of the streets, but being killed ruthlessly. Still children waiting for injuries to be healed by the hospitals are devastated. It's just a burial ground declared by UN. These kind of major stuffs can be avoided. We can't keep mouth shut and sit in our home, because those kind of wars are impacting us in different forms. Russian wars, last time Russian wars created a lot of stuffs in there. Somewhere COVID, somewhere hit is entire affected the whole world. It eroded the whole economic system of many nations. Many companies crashed, many entrepreneurs suicided. So all disturbances. That's what we say. We need to think in group. We need to think. We need not think individual. We need not think by, but we need to think multi. We need to think that we are all one. That's how we are not one nation, but we are one world. Change that attitude. Everyone in this world are our brothers and sisters. We are all children of Mother Nature. Everyone needs to be with peace and harmony, so that all of us can able to have a safe, peaceful, happy living in this beautiful, small, tiny space called Earth, which is bestowed to us, rather than seeking a space in Mars, where we are going to pollute that Mars in very sooner. Like Earth is not smart. We need to be street smart and protect this Earth by protecting the people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for registering your words here. It the message was very strong. I'm sure this will reach the larger humanity and it will inspire them to get back to being human, then being self-centric and individualistic. As you said, we are supposed to live together as a group, as a community, because what I think is family is the smallest unit. Likewise, nation is a unit of the family, the largest unit. So think for everybody. Welfare lies in each one's betterment, and then we grow as a nation, and then as a globe. We all have to be there for each one of us. And thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for
Thanks for the
being
opportunity.
here. Thank you for giving your time, because time is, in today's life, nobody has the time for anybody, and you inspire people to give the most precious thing one has is time. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for inspiring all of us and sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the participation. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We have one question from Pallavi. She says, "Hello, I am Pallavi and I'm a core team of RAAH, an organization that works to increase awareness among people about transgender individual and to integrate transgender people into the mainstream society. I would like to know, what can our team do on a student or college level to integrate the transgender community in elections? How to increase awareness about this?" So, thank you, Pallavi, for asking this question. Point one. Ma'am, would you like to answer?
Youth, we are proudly a youthful nation. No other world, no other worldly nations, irrespective of their superpowers, can able to declare themselves as youthful as India. We are truly the youthful nation. Youth is the power. Youth is a charm. Youth is vital. Youth is omnipotent. Every market revolves around youth. So if you have youth around you, everything is possible. And off late, the beauty is this, because I'm in 44s 40s, when I've transmitted from youth to middle age. Then when I undergo middle age people and youth people at this point of time, I feel I'm really comfortable. I'm really safe. I'm really understandable with youth. Youth has more knowledge. Youth has more information. Youth are inclusive. So you have youth inside, Pallavi, you can do miracles. Similarly, youth are gender sensitive. They are not. They are very sensible in gender affairs. Easily they can able to identify the entire spectrum of LGBTQ community, queer community. They know the problems of transgenders. They know the needs of transgenders, region specific, local specific. They know everything. So they are already aware of it. It is only the integration of how, as an individual, how we go to schools, colleges, and corporates create awareness. They want little bit directions where to step in, what to do. That's it. They are very safe of late with trans people, and they are inclusive, and they really want to do something for the trans community people, irrespective of their financial status or everything. The participation and the attitude makes a lot. That makes truly a change. So, if you take your own cluster specific transgender needs to youth, definitely they'll make miracles. It can be skill development, it can be training, it can be job opportunities, everything. The same, you want to make change in with youth, the most powerful tool in your hands to make the electoral process. Yes, why not choose a trans, an empowered, inclusive, truly inclusive trans women who can able to think for everyone, not one trans only, who need to think, who needs to have the capacity to think for every common man, all the genders, all the communities. Why not take that, take one small election, maybe a local body election, identify that person, go to a survey, take your youth, go to a particular small constituency, village or something, survey who have done much thing for them, who's very confident, who's very brave, who can able to speak out for people. Definitely there will be a lot of trans. Pick up that trans, empower them, educate them, create awareness among them. Why not the whole mass of this youth, the college and other students, can able to all promote her as a candidate in the election? Why not this upcoming election 2024 itself? Why not it going to be a blockbuster? 2024, the nation level. Yes, because ra is a big organization. I'm aware of their initiatives, supersonic initiatives, where you can able to social media, you play really a true role, great role. So through you, virtually or your own specific or associated youth, can able to really miracle one transgender person in to our Lok Sabha, irrespective of party, whatever is possible, and whatever region they are, whatever place they are, whatever political ideology they are, take one empower trans, put them on the ground, let the whole youth get into the roads, and then campaign for them, plan the campaign for them. There are, they say like election is not planned after election commission declare the dates. It's planned year before, 1 year before the parties plan for it. Now they already been the local, like able to see there are a lot of changes in our Tamil Nadu also. We have 1 hour, 1 year before, maybe another 3 4 months before itself, our local parties have started planning about alliances and all, where to go, where to disconnect and all. So we can prepare this trance and we can prepare this campaign beautifully now, and then we can able to truly present and make her contest and comfortably we can win also as well. Yeah, people are, youth decides, everything is possible, I tell you. Youth are very powerful. Definitely they'll make miracles. What we thought impossible in the future, no, they'll make it possible. They know everything. They have a bigger tool in their hands called mobile phones. In that there are fantastic powerful tools called social media apps. They can do a fantastic digital campaign, and there are history presidents of our nation, major state election, they won because of social media. All leaders in that particular state of Gujarat, I'll say state itself, made a lot of digital campaigns and they won the election, irrespective of their ideologies, their mandate manifesto. Leave that aside. Think as a party, they can able to make change. Last election, we thought like the whole party BJP would have lost, but then they reiterated, right? All digital media can able to make it. Social media is so powerful to make the same gentleman again rock, right? So similarly, they're attempting very confidently with the 2024 also. We also can do it. That's what I say. Leave out the political ideologies aside. Think of where my trans women has already gone through everything what a man, a woman couldn't have not. We have gone through everything in life. We know how pathetic our childhood are. We know how much discriminative our youthhood are. How much atrocities been done. We know how we can create safer and smarter places for us. Same applies to other children, youth, adolescent, young women, middle aged women, aged women, everything. So they also can do, they also need us. We can transmit, we can be beautifully their voice. We know how our youth are being discriminated, biased in everywhere. We can be unbiased, we can be undiscriminative. We know the pain of both the genders, Pallavi. So definitely use this youth platform to take 1% this time, not leaving. Make a blockbuster 2024. Take it as a goal. We have ample another 6 months collectively, 4 5 months, promisingly. Do it. We'll do it. Yeah, I'll come for campaigning if someone is there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fantastic, actually.
अब
I
कहाँ
was
भी
just
वो
going
देश
to
में
say.
मैं जरूर आएंगे
Yeah, yeah. I was just going to say, even I'll
हाँ
join the campaigning and political planning
Palavi
and
is also,
everything.
yeah, Kritika is also coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kritika's future is so
Thank
we are
you.
all there, Pallavi.
Yeah,
Definitely,
yeah,
we're all there to, do a fantastic campaign for them.
yeah.
Definitely,
I'm a
we can.
student of public policy also, so I can help make
Ex-
manifesto and
After winning, also we have a resource person,
yeah.
Pallavi.
So yeah, thank you, thank you. We can do it. We can actually do it. And just to add to Pallavi's question is, don't think as one organization. Think as collaboratively working with all youth-led initiatives. You know, whoever is willing. Like ours is a youth-led initiative. Prajasetu, for that matter. We are, frankly speaking, we are a very young organization, very small, and we work online. So when ma'am said use online, none of our team stays together. I stay somewhere, my other teammate stays. We are spread pan India. We all work online. All our projects are online. Even when it comes to Project Prakriti, that is educating visually impaired students, and now we are extending that to transgender persons for UPSC training. We do it online. So if we as a civil society can operate online at this scale, taking up everything online. Even this electoral literacy fest is online. Madam is talking from Chennai. I am from some remote area sitting in MP. So when we can do this, I think it is very possible. It's just that you have to think innovatively, should have the right intentions and collaborate with the right minds. That's important. And then get on the grounds, dirty your hands and work. So that is what I had to say. We have
There's
another.
one more question also from
Yes,
Komal.
ma'am. I'm going to the next question. So it is by Komal Pornaik. Uh, I hope I'm reading the name right. At the end, it was told about evolution of transgender through citizenship. Wanna know about it? What about the transgender who are not educated but still want to cast a vote from who are from village? How can we spread awareness to them? We being a law student, how can we help them?
Yes, that's what I already told it. Don't think that you are somewhere away from them. When you come across them, they might be working in your organization. You might be having an office in Pune. That lady, that trans women would have come from Chhattisgarh. Don't think you can't do help her. You can help her. You still can able to help her. Approach the local election commission, telling them that she's staying here, get the electoral enumeration done, and you can still get her cards. If she lacks ID proof, address proof, do it and then get it done. It is very easy, simplified. All the officers are also very inclusive of lates. When you visit the local in Chennai, we are Greater Chennai Corporation office, where they have some officer called the election officer, which is a dedicated one single, maybe one or two persons only inside the office, and they do all these process throughout the whole year. So we can always, again, case to case, we can always go to them, ensure them that they have the card, and definitely you can able to motivate them to election irrespective of their education. See, election, again I said, it's irrespective of your education qualification. You need not be educated, you need not be theoretically be knowledgeable, but you can be street smart. Street smart is the need of the hour. How I can able to use my knowledge or use my intelligence at this point of time in my life to be successful is the call of the hour. That's it. We can be hundreds of instances where illiterate people rocking the whole world with a lot of businesses. So education is not a matter. Definitely for voting level, definitely this is not even required and all. And as a law students, as an empowering personalities, as an empowering legal graduates, definitely you know the law, and you can definitely enable them, motivate them, support them. And when you law, I've seen when the law students belong to their own law fraternity and then come forward and ask some initiatives, it's even more powerful than you go individual. Then she goes individual and asks, चले चल चले जाओ यहाँ से, क्यों आए यहाँ पे? So rather than that situation, हम ये लोगों के साथ आए. Then your law students, when go and ask them, why don't we make a change, why don't we make situation, when why don't we make the structural change, I said design change of that oral electoral process. The inclusive design needs to be there. The problem is the design now. So why not the structural changes can be done? As a law graduate, you are already empowered with a lot of knowledge of legal systems. Definitely you can able to change the enactments here, especially the uh, election laws, and you can able to give a lot of proposals. And election commission is completely vibrant of late, and they are independent. I mean, independent lies in beholder. So they're also a lot of time independent. They make a lot of fantastic decisions at very right time of late. I'm saying you, definitely they can able to make a lot of changes, improvement. But promotion definitely at village level every week to be more ground street smart for initiatives for ground level. I'm seeing, take your law students, you have projects also, take them to villages as a camp, a 10 days camp, or a weekend camp. Or Friday they can able to start, Saturday morning they can be there, Sunday morning they can be there. somewhere within your city limits or beyond your suburbs or remote areas. Check out how many trans people are there, and how many are been with their own documents, how many are they have voters ID card, how many of aware of the recent elections going to be held there, or the 2024 elections. Create awareness them, give them the, tell them the importance of it, tell them you, they can also make change, how to select their own candidates, or all the, who are all the candidates available, how we can see online all the candidates details, how they, how we can able to track their criminal records. So all the criminal records are being displayed, and already it's already there in the NCBR. So the how we can able to track it, tell them, educate them. She can decide who can able to contest in their area, and who can able to voice out how manifesto, how she can able to prepare a proposals being sent to that then local legislative uh, the current legislative members, or the political parties in and around that area, who the party offices. And before the manifesto is prepared for 2024 or their own state or local body elections, before it's coming to this the 6 months, she can send proposals how they can make inclusive toilets, how the panchayat can be inclusive, and what are the safety initiatives they need to do, and what transgenders require from the upcoming government. Give it to all the parties. Don't be party specific, don't be religious conscious, don't be caste conscious. Give it to everyone, all manifesto, all. That's what I say, the playground is zero. Sometimes 0 point, is very easy. Sometimes people think negative, pessimist. 0 point is nothing. Oh, zero kali hai, bartan kali hai, kya karu maine. Nay, it's not that. 0 point is beautiful. 0 point means zero competition. Zero means बर्तन काली हो, आप उसमें बैठेंगे, so you can rock there, chair काली हो, so you need to occupy that completely, be an opportunist and occupy. And that's what I think in this line where she can able to contest, we have ample time. Or enable those trans people, empower them, so that they can identify a lot of hidden people who might not physically be there in that form on that time, but when the election comes, they can go by themselves, have their identity cards, and comfortably votes, rather than thinking much what they people will think, or what the election polling officers will think about me. How do I stand in a women's queue? I don't have a booth. Don't think that. Use every opportunities. Everything is opportunities. We are zero means we have all the opportunities. Zero means empty. Get all the you stand one, then the zero will have value. Any number before that zero is value. Any people can able to have a lot of zeros, all will become value for you. All सब जीरो आपको बहुत मदद करेंगे, मगर आप सिर्फ एक नंबर को बिफोर लिखना चाहिए. तो राइट दैट, बी दैट पर्सन, bring change. Possibly to start with, start identifying. Anyway, monsoon is all over in North India. Start with identifying those people in small villages. That's what I say, micro village, panchayat raj village, panchayat zilla level. Go there, take your law students. They will have hands-on projects. They'll meet people. They'll build their social skills. They'll build their presentation skills. They'll build their communication skills. They'll build their people skills. All are requisites for a lawyer. So you can bring those law students and then start interacting with them. You can build a lot of inclusive lawyers, because in our trans life, lawyers played vital role for our upliftment. Inclusive from a job opportunity where the government of Tamil Nadu denied you, the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission denied. They think where to put this gender out. I can put the gender into male score, male matrix is this, and female matrix is this. They again went to the High Court Magistrate of Madras, and then they filed a writ free of cost. Your bar council lawyers, young lawyers, they represented, they took the senior lawyer. She's our sister, why don't we fight for them? But we can't charge anything because she don't have anything in her hands. She don't have proper 3 time food also. The lady fought, two ladies fought, and then Pritika Yashini becomes the India's first sub inspector of the nation, right? So she didn't had 3 times food on that time. They don't have anything to offer a coffee for that lawyer. but lawyers stood, law college students stood behind her. They make miracles. Legal systems make miracle. All the writs, all the cases filed in the High Court of Madras are always possible for trans people. So the justice, the chief justice and the justice panel of justice, it's always inclusive. Lawyers and the judges are inclusive. What else we want? We are empowered. That's what I say. जीरो को आप सिर्फ गाली देखेंगे, वो अलग चीज है, वो अलग मेंटालिटी है. जीरो को अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह देखेंगे, वो अलग चीज है. आप ऑप्टिमिस्ट बनिए, आप उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी कहिए प्लीज. ट्राई.
Fantastically. Thank you so much. Thank you. And one more thing, when he spoke up, when the question was about awareness, I would like to take this opportunity to say that we from Prajasetu, in this Electoral Literacy Fest, are curating a course, a short course, a very engaging course on the awareness and literacy aspect of elections, which is for every age group, right from school students to mid age to youngsters, old age, everybody, so that they can have a taste of what the electoral process is and also be aware and educated in that form. Now it will come in English, but later when the team grows, when we have people from all over India, definitely we will, make this course into all the other Indian languages at the best possibility of our capacity. So that is also coming right in the pipeline, should be released if everything goes well on the 26th of November, commemorating the National Constitution thing.
Good. Great.
Right. Much, ma'am. Thank you for coming. We have another question. Okay, okay. So it's from Komal. Uh, Thank you so much, Madhumita ma'am. It is really explained so beautifully and amazingly. So it was a
Thank
thank
you.
you note. Thank you, Komal.
Thank you.
Uh, Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, participants, for coming. And it was an enlightening evening. Thank you everyone for being a part of Prajasetu, and I wish and hope that you all stay with me in this endeavor of Prajasetu from now forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.